Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome each and every one of you to a new League of Legends video. So in this one, we're going to be going over a new post Riot has just released only 15 minutes ago, maybe even less actually. Usually this is not accurate. Anyways, we're going to be going over this post Riot just released where they're pretty much announcing the next champion to get reworked after Dr. Mundo. As we know, Dr. Mundo is the next rework coming up. The champion after that. Now, apparently, it's going to be Udyr, right? As I'm sure you guys know that, if you're excited, by the way, don't forget to hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, you guys know how they made the poll thing where everyone was able to vote, right, as to who gets the next rework after Mr. Mundo. Well, the choices were, of course, Skarner, Nocturne, which was my choice personally, Quinn, which was apparently the lowest, Shyvana, which was the second highest, and by far, like pretty much double, the second highest is Udyr, getting the highest picked champion percent of votes, whatever, 37.2% to get a rework. So let's go over this post, guys. We're going to see what Riot tells us about Udyr. Maybe we know what their plans are and things like that. But the next champion to get reworked after Mundo, guys, is going to be Udyr, which is pretty exciting. I mean, the champion is pretty outdated, even though he's somehow considered pick or ban in LCS right now, which is just really strange, but pretty exciting stuff. So let's go over the post together, guys. Again, as usual, don't forget to hit that like button if you're excited. Let's jump right into it. So, not only, excuse me, the votes are in, and unlike the last VGU poll where we had two candidates extremely close, this time we have a landslide victory, and the champion that won by a large margin was Udyr. Not only was he ahead by a lot when all the votes were combined, but Udyr was also far ahead in every region individually as well. This is global, yes, this is not just any region, this is all the regions put together. We have heard loud and clear that let me make this a little bigger, that you all want to see Udyr brought up to modern champion standards, and that's just what we are going to do. Just like the last couple of VGUs, we'll be doing a few dev blogs to update all of you on the progress as we move along. We'll start working on Udyr's updates soon, and plan to have it ready for early 2022. So in just about a year from now is when Udyr is going to be out with his new rework, which is actually quite a while. But I think they're focusing a lot more on new champions this year. So after Mundo update, I think the rest of the year is pretty much new champions, and then I'm assuming after that is Udyr's rework. Now let's get things off with a few words from some of the developers who will start to reimagine Udyr for his big updates. So we have Stashu, gameplay designer. I'm not sure what he has made. I can't remember, but anyways, the name is very familiar, so I think he's made some good stuff. Udyr's unique kit hook excited me ever since I first started playing League, but he hasn't quite kept up his luster as the game evolved around him. I hope to do his classic stance dancing motif justice by pushing the unique powers and playstyles of each stance, while keeping him the heavy-hitting full melee fighter that really slaps when he closes the gap. So essentially, it seems like he's gonna be the one doing the main design, the reimagining essentially of the kit. It seems like. And it seems like he's going to be looking towards, similar to what they're doing to Mundo, where they're still pretty much keeping the core, aspect, the core, just what makes that champion, even, way long ago with their old kits. And they're trying to pretty much keep that core, core imagination, still intact while making the abilities feel more modern. So instead of bear stance, maybe just being oh yeah, a little bit of movement speed and your next auto attack maybe stuns them. It's maybe bear stance gives you a little dash or something. Maybe he crawls on all legs and something like that, and it's even faster, or so kind of like Volibear-esque, things like that is what I would assume. Something like that could be pretty cool. Maybe his Phoenix stance now gives him extra effects like AoE plus. If he's in Phoenix stance, maybe within 2 seconds, this is just me thinking off the top of my head, maybe Phoenix stance within 2 seconds of activating it, if you die in those 2 seconds, you kind of, Anivia passive type thing, because, it's a Phoenix, right? That's what they're known for. They're known for reviving a million times, or, things like that I think could be pretty cool. But he seems to want to keep his, dancing motif. So essentially him constantly swapping routine stance over and over and over. He wants to keep that, which is good. And pushing the unique powers and playstyles of each stance, he wants to, of course, keep that, but I'm assuming make it much more prevalent as opposed to a little bit of changes here and there, which is pretty cool. Now, concept art. Udyr is one of our oldest champions, 2009, ? And it's time he received this upgrade. He's got tons of potential to be one of the coolest characters in the game, and I'm looking forward to exploring and figuring out what the best version of our bearded male... Speaking of beards, guys, what do you guys think about this right here? The beard, the mustache and everything. Let me know. Shaman be, or can be. There are lots of things with him that are already working, and we could just embellish on those characteristics, namely his ancient primal nature vibes. Doing something really cool with those different stances, and making sure he feels right at home in the Freljord. Now, obviously, Freljord, if you're not aware at all, is essentially north. It's the Arctic, if you will, of Runeterra. The narrative lead. Udyr has This looks pretty cool. This is like a little concept art over here of Udyr. Udyr has such an untamed, deeply human core. We want to do that heart justice. So we'll be digging into how our favorite shaman can keep wrestling with everything on his mind while more deeply connecting with the ferocity and the spirits of the Freljord in his own unique way. The narrative team on League has been thinking about him and his place in Runeterra for a while, so I'm excited to finally give him the full attention he deserves, which is going to be pretty cool. I feel like he's going to look definitely different, man. I think they're going to make him look a lot more like Elder-ish, which would be pretty cool, actually. Like more shaman type, you know, which I think it's going to be pretty cool. So that's a little bit of an update there to Udyr, guys. So he is getting the rework next after Mundo. Now, the next thing we were able to vote on is, of course, the 3 different skins. Monster Tamers, Debonair 2.0, which I'm surprised is actually second, I'll be honest. Debonair 2.0, I feel like it's literally just Debonair just 2.0. I don't know, it's not new. I'm surprised that's second. Crime City Nightmares was what I voted for. I'm not even shocked that this one. I mean, this one by far looks the coolest. I feel like nowadays people love all these edgy looks. I'm surprised Monster Tamers was last place, actually. But apparently, the new skin line that's going to be coming in is going to be the Crime City Nightmares, which, dude, that thing looked absolutely super sexy. I love it. In China, you can see Monster Tamers was also last, and Debonair actually just barely won. Much closer overall, though. I'm surprised that Monster Tamers was lowest as well. I really thought that, you know, in Asia, they would like Monster Tamers, but I guess Debonair makes sense too. I don't know, man. You know, whatever. The point is that overall, the global Crime City Nightmares is the victor, so I'm excited for that. Let's see what they say about that very quickly. So, we've mentioned before that we're open to launching more than one of these thematics depending on the results, and we've seen a lot of enthusiasm for all 3 choices. So in 2021, you can expect to see both Crime City Nightmares and RIP Monster Tamers, unlucky, on the Rift. And we'll continue thinking about how much you want to bet they did that literally because Debonair won in China. China is by far Riot's like biggest market. Like you think NA and EU combined means a lot? Trust me, it's like a small percentage of what China is in terms of like the overall player base and money, revenue, income, things like that, compared to like NA and EU combined even, right? It's not even close. China is like miles, like unimaginably ahead, which is probably why they decided to do Debonair as well, because that's what won in China, and they don't want to make people in China unhappy with League of Legends. That's for sure. So makes sense from a business standpoint. We couldn't be more excited to dig into deeper world building behind Crime City Nightmare and deliver a set of skins we hope you'll love later this year. Right now we're targeting Q3, so sometime between July and September for their release, and plan to give an update on progress around mid-year without spoiling too much of the surprise. That's pretty cool. So they're going to have fashionable crime lords. This kind of reminds me of Cyberpunk. Shady deals with eldritch entities. What's not to like? There's a lot of exciting potential here to show a compelling horror-focused power fantasy that we haven't explored yet. I can't wait to see how our artists bring this eerie, sinister thematic to life. Hope we don't go a little mad in the process. And then we have the narrative lead. Old school cosmic horror meets 1920s gangland crime syndicates. Are you kidding me? The thirst for power. Those innumerable, nameless monsters tumbling out from darkened corners at the edges of creation, cutting dark bargains as they spread across the world. A nightmare in every shadow. Every flickering neon sign and rusted street lamp. It's all so beautiful. It kind of reminds me of Cyberpunk. I don't know, but I don't know. Either way, guys, that's it for this one. There you go. Nice little update from Rito Games themselves. Now we know that Udyr is 100% going to be the next champion to get the rework after Mundo. Let me know if you're excited, if there's someone else you wish that got the rework. I personally wish Nocturne got it. I think he needs it the least amount. Honestly, maybe Quinn is the least. Nocturne or Quinn, I think, need the least, but I think Nocturne has the most potential as well. Either way, of course, we have the new skin coming out as well. Both of them, apparently. So these 2 right here. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Quick little update. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts about this down below in the comments section. See you guys for the next one. Peace.